November 9, Victor, Whiskey, November.
November 9, Whiskey what?
November 9, Victor, Whiskey, November. Good morning or good afternoon.
Well, almost any of those would do. Hello. What's the name there?
Name here is Jim. I've had my license for several years. I don't know, 10, 15 years, something like that. But I haven't had the radio on in about 5, so you're my first contact in 5 years.
Well, all right, and you're being recorded as we speak, so what a celebration. For the first time in 5 years, you come upon an actual Qso-Vlog recording situation to document the occasion. Roger?
Yeah, I've been listening to you for about a half an hour here. I got your information all written down. I'm going to look you up as soon as you go and post it online.
Roger. Now, what kind of radio are you running and stuff like that?
I've got a Yaesu FT920 and a vertical antenna. I think it's an AV480 antenna. It's only about 30 feet in the air, and a high-level microphone.
Oh, roger that. Roger that. Well, I give all this advice, but I would, if you have the capabilities and the want or the need, if you cranked a couple of dB up more on the top end, that would help the articulation of that dynamic microphone. I love dynamic microphones, and I love condenser microphones. I love all kinds of microphones, but I love condenser microphones more because they have the ability to capture the articulation and the nuances a lot better, I think, than dynamic microphones. And consequently, sometimes you have to help the dynamic along on the top end by maybe a couple of dB or 3 dB up from flat or wherever you are at the moment, just to help the top end. Roger?
Well, I'm not sure exactly how to do that. I'll have to kind of get the book out and figure it out. I was a novice at this to start with, and now I'm a novice to forget what he did know. I tell you what, though, I've got a switch on my microphone that says narrow and one says wide. Right now I'm on narrow. Right now I'm switched over to wide. Does that make me tricky?
You don't want that one. You don't want that option. Go back to where you were. That is a low cut. And I'm assuming that you're in low cut now, but back where you were, Roger. Too much bass on that one you went to.
Okay, I'll just leave it right where it is then.
All right, yes. Whew, boy, that's nice that Bob would put the low cut on there, because that does help a great deal in communication, because without it, you're down there at 20 cycles or 30 cycles, and much too low for regular ham radio operation. Roger.
Okay, so when I switch it to wide, it makes my really sound like bass or what?
Roger. I think what he should have called that would be a low cut switch. But I don't know what it's doing for the top end, so it might be something totally different. But it sounded like it was just a low cut switch. Roger.
Okay, well, at least I know where to leave it then. Yeah, I'm just sitting here listening to you guys chat out there and going through the instruction manual on my radio again. Like I said, it's been a while since I had it on.
Roger that, yeah. I think that now that I hear you a little better, I think that top end is all right. You could, if you wanted to, add a couple of dB to it, but it is good where it is. Roger. Okay,
well, I'm not sure exactly how I would do that, but okay. I've got my, what's your sound? I just turned my mic gain up. I got my mic gain all the way up now. How's that sound?
Normally what we're looking for is about a 3 dB dynamic range, and that is, unprocessed. The signal is usually like, I don't know, the meter's flopping around with every word, unprocessed. And then as you start to compress and limit and whatever, your audio signal starts to fatten. And when you get to a point where you have about a 3 dB dynamic range, that's pretty much ideal for amateur radio use. It's a lot fatter than not, but not too fat. Roger.
Okay, real good. Well, it's nice to make your contact out there, and I'll just sit back here and listen and see what other stations come in. So you have yourself a good day there. I think it's KC9VKV. This is November 9, Victor Whiskey November in Wisconsin.
Roger, Roger, Jim, and we will be posting this air check in the next couple of days, so if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, that'll take you to our Qso-Vlog page, and then you look for a segment that's called My Group Air Check 11:30:18. My Group Air Check 11:30:18. Roger, Roger.
Fast forward right to it. I've got 3:59 p.m. here. What time are you at?
I've got 4 minutes past 5, and we started right at 3:30 or thereabouts. Roger.
Okay, so you said you're going, if I remember correctly, 3:30 to 5, so I should be right at the end of the program there somewhere.
Yes, absolutely. Just before I turn into a pumpkin.